Who are you? Did you not hear me? Have scars grown on your ears and made you deaf? She cocks her head to one side and begins to examine your ears. Bah, no matter. Ultera be who I am. Ultera the witch I be called. You a witch? She lets loose a cackling laugh that hurts your ears. Course not, you Burke. Folks don't understand Ultera. Think she's crazy, strange, a witch. That's all. Well, I just met a witch, so excuse me. You know. What are you doing here? What does Ultera do? She frowns and her face becomes a mass of wrinkles. She divines things lost. Folks come to her and ask her questions. She finds the things they ask her about. Are you identifying stuff? I've lost my memories. Can you find them for me? She frowns at you for a moment and then holds out her withered hand. Your hand, give it to Ultera. Alright. You reach out and take Ultera's hand. For a moment nothing happens. Suddenly you feel another presence in your mind, probing into your deepest thoughts. The sensation is strange and somehow frightening. Instinctively you fight back, trying to push the intruder from your being. You hear a gasp from Ultera as she releases your hand. Well? Ah, a strange one you be. She shakes her head sadly. Ultera doesn't know. Your memories feel more hidden than lost, or mayhap possessed by another. A great gulf Ultera senses. She sighs. Ultera cannot help you. You are beyond her simple means. What do you mean? She snorts and shakes her head. Ultera understands less than you do. Forgive an old woman. Ultera cannot help you. What can you tell me about this weird place we're in? She glances about and smiles. This be Farod's realm, the buried village it be called. The sigil lies above, the catacombs below. Nothing more does Ultera know. What about these catacombs? She looks worried. Crypts of the dead they be, weeping stone they be called. The dead rest uneasy there. Work the holes they do. Care you should take if you go there. Okay, she points vaguely. South and east, there you need to go if you seek weeping stone. You mentioned Farod. Where can I find him? North and east, there you need to go. Ultera knows not where exactly. Guards Farod has, so guards you should seek. If you find guards, Farod is sure to be near. Well, thank you. And now we have Redine. What should we tell her?
All right.
How should we handle this? You see a woman with a lined face in drab clothing. Her eyes are far away and there seems to be a new vitality rising up under her skin, as if she'd been given a new life. There is a patterned tattoo around her neck. She starts when you speak to her. What do you want? Questions? Mayhap I got answers for you and mayhap I don't. Tell me about yourself. Me, I got 2 names now, and I'll show you only one. Don't want you stealing the new one. You can call me Radin, pet, and I'll hold this other name tied to myself, I will. Two names, eh? Must be nice to have them. Aye, Puppet, it is. I know it will be a burden on you, and I know it will be tough to give up what you've got now, but would you be so kind as to give the name and number back to him? I suppose you're right. I've been a bad person, sure I have, and I can't keep this. Here, she peels the rippling tattoo from around her neck and hands it to you. Shivers as she does so, and you can tell him his name now. He was and will be Ku Yin. Now let me go. Well, take some money. Actually, Many thanks. My thanks, Cutter. She pockets the money, looking more drab by the moment as the magic of the tattoo leaves her. It would be best for me to be living here then, and with the aid of the jink you gave me, mayhap we'll meet again under happier circumstances for both of us. Oh, I cannot ask her anything anymore. What about this tattoo? Well, don't steal any more names, Radin. Oh. Protection from chaotic creatures, yeah. This is a tattoo of a number, an intricate weaving of ink and flesh. It squirms when held as if it sought out a host. It is the number of Ku Yin, a personal identifier that radiates law. When applied, the tattoo works itself into the skin of its owner, protecting it against the depredations of strongly chaotic creatures. It cannot be used by someone of chaotic alignment. I don't want to wear it. I want to give it back to this guy. He seems desperate without it. And I can understand what it means to him, maybe. The despondent man looks up to you, a glimmer of hope in his eyes, yet he speaks as emotionlessly as ever. Has she given you my name and number? She has offered money, has she not? I cannot live. Money means nothing without a name. Get me my name. Has she given it? His eyes crawl across your face, watching intently. Yes. May I have then? Okay. Your name is Ku Yin. Take your number. I thank you for my name and number. Yes, Ku Yin. Yes, but no. I now realize I no longer require a number here. I will find myself a new number if necessary. I give you my old number. It can help you. It is a mantle of law. It is protection. Do you accept it? What would I use it for? I don't need protection against chaotic creatures. I don't think so. Please keep it. He throws the number around his throat like a scarf, and it sinks into his skin. Then I will wear my old number. You have my gratitude. Farewell. He turns and begins to walk toward the exit. What are you doing? Preparing to face this new world with my old identity. Now that I know there are hidden pitfalls, I intend to discover what I can. I am ready now. Okay.
Looks like my skills have increased.
Okay, Morte. Okay, Morte. She's chaotic good. She's chaotic good. And then we have our neutralities. No, wait. You're lawful neutral. What's true neutral? Oh, it's a little bit different. It's more squared, this one. And this one is round and less harsh. I thought he was like me. Okay, well, doesn't matter. So.
All right.
Yeah, the Farod must be in there. These guys. I think we are going to explore the dwellings. Maybe here? Seamstress house. Seamstress.
All right.
Well, I see what kind of clothes she does. This is a pile of foul-smelling body parts, arms, legs, torsos, even the occasional head. They all look picked clean. Morte! Maybe you could build a body for you. This tub is filled with a mess of rotting body parts. They all look picked clean.
Huh? Sure, why not?
Okay. Our inventories are full. I'm hoping she's a Martha. Okay. I wasn't expecting her to have such a common name. I was expecting her to be called, I don't know, evil witch of whatever. Okay. Let's talk to her. You see a blockish woman dressed in a heavy burlap robe. She lumbers about the room, her joints popping as she bends over to pick up objects from the various tables. Her hair is bound back from her head with a bone hairpin, and she has a sour, curd-faced expression. She's mumbling to herself in a sing-song voice. The woman doesn't appear to hear you. Instead, she stumbles back to one of the long tables and begins picking at one of the corpses. Come on now. She clicks her teeth. Don't be all difficult on Martha. He's being difficult, isn't he, Martha? Yes, he is. Let's watch her. From what you can see, it looks like she's digging teeth out of the corpse's mouth, with only her hands and fingernails. Then, when that doesn't work, she pulls out a splintered wooden chisel and a mallet, and thwacks at the gums until the tooth snaps free, then puts it into a bag at her waist. So, what are you doing? Martha leaps away from the corpse, startled, and gives a piercing shriek. Ah! She catches her breath, then hisses angrily at the corpse on the table. If that you were not, you might have said something earlier, false corpse, nasty corpse, yes? Have you no shame? Look at all these corpses, though. The Dusties would get mad if they'd be seeing this. Throw voice. Oh. No, I don't want to trick her. I am the one who spoke, not the corpse. Martha squints and turns. Hey, how did you get over there so fast? So fastus, she mumbles to herself. Martha, how did she do that? No glimmer, no glimmer. This gravebait's blind and near death. Martha is still mumbling to herself something about corpses and gratitude, which you don't quite catch. Who are you?
Updated my journal.
Martha did this one asks whose I was. Aye, he did. She starts humming. Nobody but mine. I am Martha. Martha the seamstress. Martha the seamstress. Martha the seamstress. She turns away, back to the corpse, singing her name. To herself. Yes, what are you doing? Martha turns back to the corpse with a huff. I'm trying to get this Berg to give up his stitches and his titties, and he isn't recuperating. No, she wags her finger, as if lecturing a small child. Stubborn as stone, isn't he, Martha? She pouts. Yes, he is. Stitches and titties? What are you talking about? What pulls the stitches out, the titties, Martha? Perhaps you could give me a hand. I have been giving you a hand, old Batty. No needs to take that tone with me. Pulling out the stitches and titties, yes. And the thing is inside. Inside? I think she means organs. I hope she means organs. Morte. Thingies. Morte turns to Martha. Yes, thingies. He then turns to you. It's all semantics. Martha, why are you pulling out the corpse teeth and stitches?
Updated my journal.
Put them aside, Martha, that's what I does here. She scratches her head. Aye, Martha, we do. Stitchy thread and titties. Titties are precious, can be turned into jink. Strip the corpses we bring ya, they tell Martha. Pull out titties, stitches, thingies inside the corpse, strip them cold, and then we'll sell them to the dusties. Oh! Here we go. But why would you sell them in pieces? I guess the dusties. Who tells you to do this? Fat-faced gimme pig Quint, and the other crutch hobble crutch, Ferrod. Ain't it that right, Martha? She gives a queer smile and nods. Aye, it is, Martha. What do they do with the things you dig out of the corpses? Sell for shinies. I see. Did the one say questions, Martha? Martha blinks then frowns. Aye, Martha, he said such, for he wears the asking look on him, he does. Who are you? Martha, did this one asks who I was? What are you doing? Oh, we are looping. I want to ask something else. Sell them corpses to the dusties. Martha frowns. Did we not say we'd be selling them, Martha? Her frown deepens and she shakes her head. Aye, Martha, we did dusties by bodies, but we takes all we can at first. Okay. Can you dig in my body to find anything? Really? I could buy some needle and thread off of her. Yeah, I suppose I could. I can probably rest. Can you dig in my body and find anything? Martha squints at you. Then nods. Martha can do that, can't you, Martha? Yes, you can. I'm not going to watch this. Where? Where? Martha is studying you as if looking for the best place to crack you open. Let's try the stomach, shall we? How about my rib cage? Check out the intestines. Go with the rib cage. You lie upon the table and Martha stands over you, a chisel and mallet at the ready. There is a sharp crack as she splits your rib cage open and you choke back your screams as she begins to fish in your lungs. As you try and gasp for her, you go numb, then black out from the pain. But so, the nameless one is kinda undead, no? Then is he? Your vision slowly returns to see Martha standing over you, shaking her head. Nothing found, eh, Martha? She shakes her head. No, nothing, Martha. No luck. Should we try again? Nah. Let's ask her more questions. Why the furrowed question is, can I rest in here? Martha nods. Martha home. Martha sleep here. You can sleep if you want. Yes, I don't think Martha have a problem. Does you, Martha? She shakes her head. No, Martha. I doesn't if you doesn't. Very well, I will rest. Is that the right place to... Is this the right place to rest? No, not at all. Still. What about Farod, Martha? Farod, where is he? Martha shrugs. Where's Farod? This one asks. He's here, Martha, isn't he? She nods. Aye, Farod is here, Martha. One of the buildings here he is. Okay, I think we got everything out of her, and we rested.
Done.
This looks like an exit, but it is not. Well, it has been a pleasure, Martha. I wish we could build something like a corpse for Morte, but this is not the case.
All right.
Okay, let's keep going. Cheryl. Cheryl has a toilet as well.
Done.
An oven. I'm still thinking that we have not talked yet with the coffee maker. You see a pretty young woman in tattered clothes. She's pacing back and forth with a worried expression on her face. She does not notice your approach. She jumps at your greeting and spins to face you. You notice her eyes travel along your many scars, and her worried look deepens. Oh, hello, Cutter. Can I help you with something? Something wrong? She seems reluctant to talk to you at first, and then begins to speak in earnest. My father, Arkin, is missing, and I don't know what to do. I'm at my wit's end. Maybe we could help? Southeast of here is a place called the Weeping Stone Catacombs. A lot of the collectors, like my father, go there, and she looks embarrassed. Well, they loot the dead for treasure. On one of his excursions there, my father found some record or something that spoke of crypts that could only be entered through portals. Okay? My father thought that those crypts must be for special people, the rich or nobles, or who knows. Why else would you make them accessible only through portals? In any case, the crypts are also a trap for would-be crypt thieves. They can only be reached by a portal, so the only way out is by a portal. Even if someone found the key to open the entry portal, they'd be trapped there if they didn't have the key for the exit portal. So, did your father find the keys? He might have. He said he was going to see a witch here in town named Ultera. He wanted to ask her if she could divine what the entry and exit keys were for one of the portals. Is it possible to do that? She sighs. I don't know. That's not really my concern. My fear is that this Ultera did divine the entry key and then told him the wrong exit key. She could take his money and never worry about him coming back for a refund. She could sit back, wait for him to die, and then investigate the crypt herself. Have you talked to her about this? She gives you an embarrassed look and turns away. Well, yes, I'm afraid I wasn't too tactful in my breaching of the subject, and I angered her. She will no longer speak to me. She gives you a hopeful look. Will you seek her out and speak to her for me? I could. But tell me who you are first. Cheryl. She seems distracted as she speaks to you. My name is Cheryl. What do you do here? She hesitates before answering. Nothing really. She shrugs and looks away from you. You think she's hiding something. What about this place? You new here? She gives you a quizzical look and then sighs. Of course you are. I'm sorry. What would you like to know? Is there anything you can tell me about this place? Not really, just watch your step, be careful who you call friend, that's all. What about Farod? Farod, at the mention of Farod, she tenses up for just a moment, but quickly hides it. I know of him. You're a friend of his? No, I just want to talk to him. She stares at you for a moment and then smiles. I see. Well, he's to the north. Look for the passage with the 2 tags outside. I think you can find him there. You don't seem to care for him much. No, I don't. She pauses for a moment and then sighs. He's got himself set up as some sort of baron here. Everyone does what he says. Everyone pays him tribute. If you don't... Tribute from what? She looks about nervously and then leans in close to whisper to you. Southeast of here is the Weeping Stone Catacombs. Farod sends his collectors in there to rob the dead of any treasure they may have. He gets a pretty hefty share of anything that is found. She straightens up and pauses. She shrugs. Farod gets rich. His collectors just get by, barely. It's the same story no matter where you go. The rich get richer and the poor get poorer. Oh, welcome to reality. What can you tell me about the catacombs, really? Take care if you go down there. I've never seen them myself, but I've been told that some strange creatures wander the crypts. Strange creatures? Well, there are the undead, zombies and skeleton mostly. There are the horned lizards, vicious fighters from what I hear. Oh, and the flying heads, those you should watch out for. Flying heads? She shrugs. I know it sounds crazy. As I said before, I've never seen any of these myself, but I've talked to collectors who say they have. One of them spoke of the flying heads. Okay. Like Morte? There are quests down here.
Done.
Okay, we're proceeding. Wow, your house is a disaster. Ah, Quint. You see a short, fat-faced man who is covered in filth and grime. He smells bad and his teeth are rotten. He wheezes as he looks you up and down and says, I'm Quint, you knew? Kinda. He looks at you suspiciously. You selling or trading, eh? Yes. Selling? His eyes narrow even further. Dealing, eh? With me. Or everybody, Burke. Which, eh? I don't know what I'm doing. Would anyone want to, Burke? His face turns bright red. Pike off, Burke. Get, this keeps mine. I got first claims. You got no claim. I'll have Farod gut you like a fish. Farod said I could trade here. I'll murder him, he says. Quint, you my blood, you got run of the place. And he goes off and gives a piece to a scabby sod like yourself. Lame-legged bastard. Hey. So you want to trade or not? Okay, great. Oh, only one. Tarnished silver bracelet. Okay, he cannot identify. So that's a pity. I really have so many of these that I could sell some. I need to identify that dagger, and I was in the market so many times and I forgot. I'm so bad. Okay, so I will stay here for a while and clean up our inventories, and that will be it. We are done enough. Let's talk with Quint a little bit about himself, because we didn't really have a nice conversation. Quint, sell and buy, get it all you want, or you want maybe a job for me? Hey, what sort of job? Grease? Grease the Vulture called him. Left a fortnight ago, this past few weeks. Nobody's seen him or hear him since. Catacombs probably got him. Lots of things in dark places down there, eh? Not fortunate that Grease be in the dead book. Good collector, eh? Black heart. Got sharp nose for new crypts. Also got something of mine. Find him and get it back and you get paid, eh? Give you jink and deal on junk, eh? Deal?
Updated my journal.
I suppose we have to go to the catacombs eventually, so he snorts, appearing almost happy. It's a poison charm necklace of hollow teeth. Probably find it wherever Grease is. Let me know, eh? Okay. Tell me about the place. This had a village. The Dabus paved it over one day long ago. Forget about it. Collectors dig it out while looking for jink in the Rug Mountains. Me, I stumble across while dealing with the collectors. He wiggles his eyebrows. Good place to make some jink, eh? That's good for business. Yeah, in this city, definitely. Tell me about the people. Tell me about Farod. Old Stuttercrutch, eh? He set up this place. He lord of the lane. He set me up with deal, eh? Somebody else? Nope. So, okay, we have our merchant here. I don't really want to steal from him.
Done.
He's fine. This house doesn't have a door, right? Oh, here. This sour-faced middle-aged man starts when you approach him and reaches for his belt. Finding no weapon there, he simply backs away from you. You can see that beneath his collector's robes, his lower legs and forearms are swathed in filth and crusted bandages. What you want? Questions? He nods, but he says nothing. Who are you? Name's Uhir, so it is, he spits, as if it mattered down here. Alright. Waiting for my wounds to heal up so I can make another run down below. I sell the stuff I find down there. Down below. The catacombs, right? He nods his head. Down in the catacombs, where all the deaders is. Say you're going down here any time? Perhaps? Why? 'Cause I lost my lucky knife. He grunts angrily, stomping his foot. He's been with me for years, right here. He points to an empty sheet on his belt. So what happened to it? I was poking about in the catacombs below and ran smack into a ghoul. Must have been a straggler, 'cause there's usually more than one. He bit at me face, so I covered up with my arms and stabbed it in the eyes. It dropped and bit at me leg for a while, for I shaked the piker off and made it back up here. I'll wager the ghoul's as upset as you are. Quite the story. I'll bring back your knife if I see it.
Updated my journal.
Would you? I'd be grateful, so I would. I'd got me name carved into the handle. Okay. Could you pay me? Uhir frowns. I'll give you what I can, but it won't be much. Look around, Cutter. I won't be showering you with wealth now. Yeah, but every little bit adds, you know. That will have to do then. Okay, nothing. I thought he would be a trader as well, but he's not. Oh, this is another. Oh, this is just a dwelling. Okay. Let's try see whatever is in his chest here. 5 coppers. No problem with it. Alright, that's weird. Oh, that one is another house too. How many houses have I missed this way? Oh my goodness.
Damn.
Oh, behind you. Oh, look at this.
What?
You have the rat tails.
Done. I'm gone.
What about this body? We could take it and give it to the guy that wants to eat. There's nothing. Okay, so this is weird that I cannot do anything with the body, because this game is all about the bodies, right?
Done.
Okay. Okay. The catacombs must be down there. This is empty?
Done.
That's a lot. I mean, not that much, but still good. And this is good as well. Don't know whose house is this, but... Hello? She's generic as well? You see a haggard woman, her care-lined face showing every scar the years have left upon her. Her eyes are knowing and tired. and she sniffles as she speaks. What is it you're wanting from me? Who are you? Who I am? She laughs bitterly. Might as well ask for a grain of sand's name. Cutter, because that's about as important as I am. That's an uplifting viewpoint. I had some questions. What do you do? What am I doing? Why, just trying to eke out a hard scrabble life on the Rockpicker Square and steering clear of those who put me here in the first place. That's what I'm doing. Who put you here? Somebody put you here? Doesn't look like we will ever know.